Loggers Point. I know, listen, it's not my favorite map by any stretch of the meaning favorite. It's probably my least favorite map in general in the Hunter Classic. However, I'm visiting here today intentionally. Why am I here intentionally? Because I didn't want to go to Settler Creeks. And I feel like you guys can forgive me for that. So Loggers Point, it's not a bad map for most people. For me, I just haven't had very good luck out on this map. But we're headed out from the outpost. I'm going to aim towards the middle tower. We're just going to stop along all the little, like, what's the word I want? Like, not crops of woods. Like the little patches where there is woods on this map. Because it's a lot of fields on this map. But, like, we're going to hit all the areas where the rabbits are. Because that's what we're here for. I need to spot a female cottontail rabbit. Not like the most difficult. The last time we were after a cottontail, we also came here to Loggers Point, but it shouldn't be the worst. So listen, I actually wrote down in a notebook today while I was at work, like, topics to ramble about, and I feel like this is going to get really boring really quick, so we are going to cut some footage, mostly because the way that I'm recording this video, I'm also eating at the same time, and so I'm going to be taking breaks to eat while I auto walk. So, if you want to know, it's cookies and cream ice cream for dessert tonight, and that's what I'm going to have. Anyway, we're just going to get right into it whenever I get a chance to. There was like a doe call, that's it so far. But as far as my rambling topics that I want to kind of complain about, I work at a school. I work in education. There was a rabbit right there. Gosh, I knew the doe was there. Oh, and of course I'm never gonna see that thing again. Oh gosh, damn it. All right, well, I was here to complain about Chromebooks at schools. I'm not complaining that students have laptops. I was a student who had a laptop in my school. I was also a student who had a tablet in school, like, given through, like, a system with the school and, like, a partnership or whatever. I'm not saying that there's a buck. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. My problem with the Chromebook specifically is that Chromebooks are like a handicapped laptop. Like, there's so many, like, irritating limitations with it. Like, when I went through school, my school had a partnership with Apple, so, like, we had MacBooks, not the Pros. We had the real old MacBooks, the ones that were, like, all white and, like, 1.5 inches thick, right? Not, like, the nice ones. At the time, they were pretty nice, but whatever. And then, after that contract ran out, my school got iPads, and I think they're still doing the iPads, but I'm not actually 100% sure. I could totally ask, but that's a whole thing. Anyway, I don't like the Chromebooks because the Chromebook systems, when they're managed by an administration the way that they are for school and an educational setting, it's like having a laptop with a handicap. It's really annoying because I, as an adult working for the school, but not a high enough tiered adult to get, like, the nice Acer laptops that are just managed by Chromebook, like, well, the nicer ones, I guess. I have to use the same style of Chromebook that the students would have to use, which means it again has those limitations to it, which is really frustrating. So, like, I as an adult, like, I can't watch live streams, but that also means that I can't, like, pull up the various YouTube channels that are, like, live streams of just, like, calming music with chill backgrounds and stuff. Can't pull those up. Nope. I have to pull up, like, the 12-hour versions that YouTube has. And I have to listen to ads because it's my school's, like, my work account on the YouTube there, which is really annoying and really frustrating. I miss textbooks, I miss pens, I miss paper, I really do, because there's just no comprehension. There's a rabbit out there somewhere. I can, like, see it when I'm not using the scope. He's right by the edge of the road, but I can't see him through the scope. He's like right in there somewhere. Anyway, I would like to go back to textbooks. I'll take slideshows, you know, from the teachers. What I really want is those freaking overhead projectors that had like the 2 rolls on either side of just the clear film that you would use the wet erase markers on. And like, if you were a good kid in class, like once a, I don't know, month or so, you could go clean the film and you could, I want one of those back, okay? That's what I want back. The old style projectors with the film that you had to use the wet erase markers on. I want that. I'm good with slideshows. I don't love slideshows, but I'm good with slideshows. Textbooks, pen and paper. Handwrite your notes. Because oh my god. I suck with this 22. I don't know why I still take it out on hunts. Anyway, the sheer lack of skill with handwriting that students have nowadays, because they spend so much time typing, and some of them don't even type, okay? Some of them don't even type. Some of them just use the speech-to-text capabilities of the laptop tab. Do you hear the words that I am saying? They can't even type, some of them. I have students at my school who cannot read. And are very close to going to high school. What do you mean you can't read? Like, they have to use text to speech to hear it, to understand it, because they cannot read it themselves. Like, that is such an insane level of just, I don't know if it was learned helplessness or just what it was about situation at home, or I don't know. But I'm ready to cut down all the technology in school other than literally the OG projector. I'm ready. There's another rabbit up there. I can just barely see movement, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see it through this scope. I kind of wish. I think that maybe. Well, it moved. I also definitely spooked a deer back behind it. I don't know. We'll go up here and figure it out. So that was like more of a rant than a ramble, but on to the next topic of something that is my favorite thing lately, is using these air quotes around this word incorrectly. So I've been purchasing some new clothing for work because after having the baby with breastfeeding, I lost a lot of weight. Like, I lost like 55 pounds of weight. I had been a larger person before I had had baby, and I was very large at the end of my pregnancy, and since dropping that 55 pounds of weight, nothing I have ever owned in the last 3 years fits me anymore, so I've had to purchase some new clothing. Well, I found a specific brand of clothing on the good old Amazon that seems to be geared towards like Ren Fair outfits and stuff, but the skirts are really nice. And if you want the link, let me know. I'll get you the link. They have pockets. They are A-line skirts. They are stretchy. They have a drawstring. They're comfortable. They're like the perfect amount of like breezy fabric without being like super sheer and like, oh, it's see-through. No, they're phenomenal, and they come in floral prints. And I think one of them has mushrooms on it as well. Lots of different colors. It's great. They also sell dresses. Of course that rabbit was female, and I couldn't spot it. Awesome. Now I have to go try and find another female. Lovely. I think I'm gonna stop talking until I find a female rabbit, because I have a feeling this video would be 40 minutes long if I continue to just talk your guys' ears off. You know, That's definitely another rabbit. Okay, we're gonna stop for a second. We're gonna use the spotting scope just in case it's another rabbit, and hopefully a female. Please be a female. Yes! Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I was not prepared for that to be a male and for this to continue on. So while we're on the topic of... Got it. While we're on the topic of links and things, see, look, my mission's complete. If you yourself have never played the Hunter Classic and may eventually ever have an interest in playing the Hunter Classic, I have a referral code for you. And if you use my referral code, there's some rewards to it. So if you use my referral code to join the game, you will receive 200 EM, a 5x 30mm rangefinder, a moose collar, and a scent eliminator. I will add that link to the description below as well. You do have to use my referral code to get that. But that is my female rabbit now. I'm not going to bore you guys with the picture taking process because we're already 13 minutes in. So we're just going to do the outro right here as I set this up. Have a good afternoon, I guess. As always, I appreciate you all for hanging out with me. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.